So we want to shed some light on how the process works. We want to optimize your admission strategy. We want to ensure your application is in its best standing possible. And we want to leverage your knowledge about this. So let's start with who reads your application. So usually the admissions committee, and we'll talk about who the admissions committee is, it's usually like when they read your application, it's usually digitized, and it really happens quickly. So some admissions committee members can read an application. It usually takes about 1 hour. They can read several in 1 hour. The admission committee decides who to accept, reject, or waitlist. And waitlist basically is when someone is deferred. They told the student, not yes, not no, just wait. And usually it's because they want to see what their pool, the application pool will look like. So they put you on a waiting list. All right, so who are the admissions officers? So admission officers usually oversee specific regions in the country or out of the country. They are usually diverse and usually heavily represent graduates of the arts and humanities. They may even be a mix of veteran officers as well as younger readers. They can be at highly selective schools, they can be very liberal, but that doesn't mean that you should tailor your essays to meet their perceived political preferences. You want to stay away from any politically motivated or hot topics that you just want to stay away from. So how does the admissions process work? So one thing is that it varies from school to school. Not every school has the same process, Usually our reader has a 1 or 2 scan of your academic qualifications, and the remaining application is reviewed separately. So before I get to that part. So usually if 2 readers read the same application and their scoring is vastly different, then it's usually forwarded to another committee, a subcommittee or a larger committee where it's really reviewed to determine what to do with the application. And the remaining application package is reviewed separately. So essays, extracurricular activities, right at that point, they just want to make sure that you have met the academic threshold, okay? They review the rest of the application. It takes about 10 minutes to assess the elements before they're scoring. So elements meaning extracurricular, essays, anything else that goes with the application, all right? So very selective schools like Harvard, the Ivies, and top state schools, they usually have 3 or 4 people reviewing your application. And different colleges use different scoring systems, so just know that. All right, college admissions officers usually have 4 buckets. So the first bucket is likely to be admitted. Bucket 2 is considered a toss-up, and that is usually for the additional assessments that I just discussed that are reviewed. So when there's additional reviewing, then it's usually in the toss-up bucket, and it's usually group discussions about that particular application. Bucket 3 is likely to be rejected, and bucket 4 is almost certain to be rejected because simply that student did not meet the academic threshold. So when you're looking at colleges and you're looking at the data for the freshmen from the previous year and what the average GPA is, and you're looking at the data of the school, what they used to accept, you want to make sure that you're able to at least meet the academic threshold.